So here we are on TryHackMe's Pre-Security Network Fundamentals Intro to LAN, and this is the ARP section. So recalling from our previous tasks, the device can have two identifiers, a MAC address and an IP address. The Address Resolution Protocol, or ARP for short, is the technology that is responsible for allowing devices to identify themselves on a network. I'm pretty sure this is software or just some code, but I don't know. We'll see about that. And it's not going to tell us here, but we'll see about that later. All right. So simply, ARP allows a device to associate its MAC address with an IP address on the network. Each device on a network will keep a log of the MAC addresses associated with other devices, okay? When devices wish to communicate with another, they will send a broadcast to the entire network searching for the specific device, and devices can use ARP to find the MAC address and therefore the physical identifier of a device for communication. All right, we'll see what this is talking about when we look at this thing. All right, so how does ARP work? Each device within a network has a ledger to store information on, which is called a cache. In the context of ARP, this cache stores the identifiers of other devices on the network. In order to map these two identifiers together, IP address and MAC address, of course, ARP sends two types of messages, ARP Request and ARP Reply. When an ARP request is sent, a message is broadcasted on the network to other devices asking, what is the MAC address that owns this IP address? When the other devices receive that message, they will only respond if they own that IP address and will send an ARP reply with its MAC address, all right? So we can already tell right now with our programming experience that this is probably going to be an if statement, and they just haven't explained what if statements are. The requesting device can now remember this mapping and store it in its ARP cache for future use. So the process is illustrated in the diagram below, right? So let's just play like we do know how to program, because we do, and let's act like this is throwing some stuff out in Python. So this is going to throw like this is going to go to like each machine in like an array, not an array. I forgot what Python has. So let's act like it's JavaScript. How about that? It's gonna let's say it has a list of all these in an array, right? So it's gonna go to the first one, and it's gonna say for this one, if it's got this IP address, send back the MAC address information, right? So it checks this first one, nope, no good. It checks the second one, nope, no good. It checks this third one, oh yeah, I've got it. So it sends back these numbers right here. And now on the central computer, it knows that this switch is the one with the IP address of this one right here, right? So that's pretty much all we got to do on this one. What does ARP stand for? I forgot. Address Resolution Protocol. Let's put that down. Address Resolution Protocol. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. All right. So what category of ARP packet asks a device whether or not it has a specific IP address? A request? Let's put request in. Request. Submit it. Okay. What address is used as a physical identifier for a device on a network? We already know that. Physical means it's going to be a MAC address. All right. Submit it. What address is used as a logical identifier for a device on a network? I didn't know it was called a logical one, but we know there's only two addresses, so it's got to be IP address. Address. And submit it. All right. Nice and short one right here. So there we go. All right. So now we're on to DHCP, and we'll see you next time.